guys do not want to approach you, not because of how pretty you are or how you look, but it's really because they're scared of you.
He's not going to want to holler at you because he got to go through a see your friends and all this stuff. And then women will be like, well, he needs to be brave. I'm like, why would I try to holler at
you? To come in and provide all this because you're the head of house and you're this. And y'all do this stuff when y'all are living like rebels, having babies out of wedlock, not doing anything traditional, and then at the later point start talking this traditional stuff what a man's supposed to do. Well, a woman is supposed to be a wife before she is a mother, and she's supposed to stay. If you don't have that first, you can't say what a man is supposed to do. Thoughts?
I just think it's like a double standard. Like I said, like I just feel like men are out here dating as well, and they have multiple children. And I understand you saying like it's not the same.
Well, first off, not all men. First off, 54% of black men are single and childless. So not all men.
And see, that's what she don't get. Like she's saying all men are doing this and all men are doing that. No, all men aren't doing that. More than 50% of black men don't have kids. They're single and childless. See, the thing is, when you put everybody in this one little lump thing and you just go ahead and misconstrue stuff, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Rest in peace to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels.
If you hit a man, like you full on as hard as you can, do you think that he should be allowed to hit you back?
I think that men should not hit women. Yeah, even if a girl hits you as hard as they can.
What about, is it wrong for the girl?
No, I don't think so.
He's expected to control his rage and his emotions and his but the woman, she just got mad at him.
Okay, if you think about it, right? Like, I think that's one of the questions on the questionnaire. Like, are men physically stronger than women?
Wait, have you ever hit somebody?
I have.
Like a guy?
Yeah.
And did he hit you first?
No.
That's a position of privilege, right? I don't really understand why they have it, because if you want equality and egalitarianism, the idea here is going to be based around the fact that chivalry is gone. We are now equals. If a man hits you in the face and you can punch them back, why is it if a woman punches you in the face, you can't punch her back? That actually doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying is that men are physically stronger than women. Like, for example,
but men
like...
are physically stronger than other men. So if a man who is less strong than me punches me in the face and I punch him back in the face as hard as I can, I'm still punching somebody weaker than me in the face. Why is that socially acceptable, but not socially acceptable to punch a woman who's weaker? That makes no sense.
Man, questions like this, honestly, are, I would say, you're not going to get through. You're not going to get through. Honestly, a man should never hit a woman. But also, a woman should keep her hands to herself. If you know for a fact that man can literally beat you up with 1 or 2 punches, don't put your hands on a man. If you put your hands on a man and think that man had, most men will be, they'll be constrained and they ain't going to do it because they know the repercussions if you hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? You going to jail for assault and battery. You're not going to do it. But you got some men out there, if you hit them, they going to hit you back. So ladies, if you don't want a man to hit you, don't hit him. Honestly, plain and simple. He keeps his hands to himself. You keep your hands to yourself.
Guys do not approach you at the bar not because you're not pretty, but it's because of this. I've been going to the bars every weekend with my friends, maybe for the past couple months, and I love it. I love socializing, and I'm single. And my friend and I were talking at the bar the other weekend, and we were talking about how we've never been approached by a single guy before. Like, maybe ever, which is just insane to think about. Like, I can name a couple occurrences where they have, but it was like people from Europe, and they're like a different breed of people, okay? So I feel like the culture in America is way different. Guys do not want to approach you, not because of how pretty you are or how you look, but it's really because they're scared of you. And then us women over here who are single are thinking like, we look amazing, we did our makeup, we chose the perfect outfit. Why aren't all these guys coming up to us? Even if we're not into them, why don't they just come up just to like make us feel good about ourselves? Okay, now I want you to think of the perspective of a guy. I'll never know what's in a man's head, but I have a pretty good idea from like my guy friends and going out a lot. Guys are intimidated by you, okay? They don't all have that courage or charisma or just bravery to go up to you like you have to somebody else. And on top of just being intimidated by going up to a stranger in general, you're probably surrounded by a big group of friends. And even worse if you're surrounded by your guy friends, because they're gonna assume that you're dating one of them, and no one wants to go up to a girl who's surrounded by a bunch of guys, okay? It's just a cock block. So now you're probably thinking, okay, we have this information, but what do we do with it? First off, I don't really think bars are the best place to really find a relationship. It's great to meet people, have fun, really get to know other people. But if you're putting all your eggs in one basket and really putting so much pressure on finding a guy that will take you seriously, it's going to be very hard. The other thing is that we always make fun of dating apps a lot, but I think the percentage is something like 60% of people now meet their significant other on the internet. Because people don't go up to other people anymore because they know they can meet you on a dating app. It's so much easier. This past Saturday, I literally went up to a group of guys and was like, do you want to play cards? I wasn't attracted to any of them, but I'm so happy I did it because I made a new group of friends and it was so much fun. And initially I thought that they weren't that fun. Like they just seemed like they were like moping around. They all had RBFs, like whatever, and I went up to them and they ended up being the funniest group of guys ever. And I'm sure a lot of guys think of you that way too. You might have like an RBF or just you don't seem approachable, but little do they know how you really are. So the takeaway from this video is that guys not coming up to you out in public says nothing about you. You can literally be like Gigi Hadid and a guy's still not going to come up to you. Guys are intimidated and it takes so much courage to go up to a girl. And a lot of guys are cheap and just don't want to buy you a drink, and they're scared of getting used for a drink, which kind of sucks, but I understand. So do not weigh your worth and whether or not people come up to you, because you are probably way more stunning and people are probably way more attracted to you than you think they are.
So basically she breaks down how modern day dating goes as far as, you know, her young perspective or whatever. So I'm gonna break it down, man. Number one, ladies, I'm going to tell you this. Are guys intimidated by you? Yes, some guys are intimidated. You know, if you go to a bar, you go to a spot or whatever, and a man walks in and there's like 4 or 5 women at the table or whatever, that man is, you know, this is the thing. A man will approach. I tell women this all the time. If you really want a man to holler at you, go to a place either by yourself, or if you have to go with somebody, go with one other friend. Don't go with 3 or 4 other women. Because when you go with 3 or 4 other women, and let's say a man walks in that you really find attractive, he's not going to want to holler at you because he got to go through a sea of your friends and all this stuff. And then women will be like, well, he needs to be brave. I'm like, why would I try to holler at you and you with 3 or 4 of your friends? You might not like me, but your friend might like me. So if I shoot my shot at you and you deny me, then the friend that liked me ain't gonna want to mess with me either. So ladies, my recommendation, and I'm gonna keep this a buck, if you want to meet a man at a place or you want to meet a man at a spot, go by yourself or go with a friend or go where men usually hang out. That's the main thing. And I think society, this dating app thing has really made it more difficult for men because at the end of the day, women got more selections on the dating app than men do. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's your boy Jay here with another video. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out.